Hey boys and girls, going to go over your math boxes from assignment from yesterday. If we look at letter B here, we'd be doing 4 over 1. Doesn't look like it's very well calibrated, but 4 times 3 is 12, and 1 times 8 is 8. So then you probably should do the division, which would be 12 divided by 8. Goes in there 1 time is 8, subtract, and it would be 1 and 4 eighths for that one. I'm going to calibrate super quick here because for some reason it is nowhere near calibrated. Alright, so now I'm going to look at this last one. This last one actually isn't so bad. If you just think about, we're going to put that over 1, and whatever times 7 is going to equal 28, whatever times 1 here is going to equal 5. 7 times 4 is 28, and 1 times 5 is 5. So 7 times 4 is 28, 1 times 5 is 5, and then they actually do the reorganizing for you. Okay, I asked you to do letter B here, and I said the easiest way to think about that one is to do 90 plus 3 times 50 plus 4. Whoa, what happened there? There we go. And what we're looking at here is, first you got to do tens times 10. So we're going to do 50 times 90. I'm going to put 2 zeros, and 5 times 9 is 45. Then I'm going to do 50 times 3. There'd be 1 0 from the 50. 5 times 3 is 15. Now I'm done with the 50, so I'm going to switch colors here. Now I have to do 4 times 90. There'd be 1 0 from the 9, or from the 90. 4 times 9 is 36. And then 4 times 3, which is 12. So what I get here is, because I think it'll show up better. 0, 0, 0 plus 2 is 2. 5 and 6 is 11. Plus 1 more is 12. Carry that 10 tens over, which is 100. 100 and 500 is 600. 700, 1,000. Carry that there. I get 5,022 if I did my math. Alright, this next one was quite substantive. It was big. We had a lot of work to do. And of course, because I made it small, it's not going to work that way, so I got to go this way. Alright, so, I don't like that. That's what happens when that goes. So, I'm going to make this a little bit smaller real quick so we can see everything that we need to see. And the first thing that we got is 6 airplanes from Boston. So we need to figure out what 6 times 685 is. Okay, I can't do that. I make that a 7. I make that a 15. That's a 9. Oh, what am I doing? I'm subtracting. Whoops. Sorry guys, I wasn't multiplying for some reason. My mind was somewhere else. This is multiplying. Alright, 6 times 600. I put 2 zeros down. 6 times 6, 36. There'd be 1 0 from the 80. 6 times 8 is 48. And 6 times 5 is 30. So from Boston, 0, 11, carry that. Another 11, carry that. So for Boston, 4,110 passengers. That's Boston. I'm going to do all these in different colors. Make sure you pause if you need me to. So 4 left Miami, that's 732 times 4. 2 zeros, 4 times 7 is 28. 1 0, 4 times 3 is 12. And 4 times 2 is 8. So for Miami, 8, 2, 9, 2. So for Miami, I get 2,928. Again, you could check your work. Go ahead and pause me before I erase. And the last one is LA. And for LA, we had 8 planes times 715. Alright? 0, 0, 5, 6, 7, 8, 56 equals 7 times 8. 8 times 10 is 80. And 8 times 5 is 40. Zeros. 12 tens, carry that 10 tens over here, 7 and 5. So here I get 5,000 720. So that's a lot of work. I'm not going to lie to you. Doing that part, that is work. It's time consuming. But the first thing now that we got to check is if any of these are right. So it says 1,282 more passengers left Boston and Miami. So that would be 4,010 minus, this is what I was thinking about when I was making my mistake, 928. Alright? So I can't do that. I got to cross this out, make it a 0, make that 10. 10 minus 8 is 2. Can't do that. Got to cross it out, make that a 10. 10 minus 2 is 8. Can't do that. Got to make that a 3. That becomes 10. 1. 1 minus 2 is 1. I get 1,182, so this one is not correct. This one says 13,758 passengers were on all those flights. That's just added. So 4,110, 2,928, 5,720, 8, 2 and 2 is 4, plus 1 is 5. It's 10, 17, carry that. 5, 10, I get 12,758. So again, the difference there is that's a 13, that's a 12. This one is not good. Okay, so at this point, if this one is wrong, then it's none of the above. Otherwise, it's either this one or nothing. And it says that 1,620 more passengers left LA than Boston. Here's LA, 5,720. Boston was 4,010. It's a 0. It's a 1. It's a 6. That's a 1. Up. 1,610, 1,620. So actually your best answer is the one that's a little bit lower that says none of the above. So the answer for 3 was none of the above. Alright, again, I'm going to step off screen because it's not letting me manipulate on the smartboard right now. And all I asked you to do, I didn't ask you to do B, I just asked you to do A, which is just adding these. So we have, I would just line them up. I think you guys are all good enough at doing this. And 26.75. Okay, and then we're going to add. 5 and 5 is 10, 16, 23. For your 2. 2, 4, 7, 14, 15. Carry that over here. 6 and 6 is 12, 14, 15. 2 and 3 is 5. Oh, I think I forgot to carry my 1 here. 2 and 3 is 5. 2 and 3 is 5 is 10, 11. I get 115.53 seconds if I did my math right. If I didn't, you guys will correct it. Some of you will tell me it's, but I think I got that pretty good. Alright, so now the last one, which is doing another line plot. Again, I got to step off to get this lined up. Alright, there we go. And I'm going to do my best here. I'm sure there's going to be someplace wonky in the smartboard here. 5 and 3/8. 1/8, 2/8, 3/8, 1 right there. 6 and 1/4 is right there. 5 and 1/2 right there. 5 and 1/8 right there. 4 and 7/8, not quite to 5. 6, that one's easy. 5 and 1/8 again. There's your second one there. 5 and 1/4. 4 and 3/4. Is that our second one of those? Nope, right here. Then another 6. 5 and 1/2. 5 and 3/8. 1, 2, 3/8. 5 and 3/4. 6 and 1/4. 5 and 7/8. 6 and 1/2. 6 and 1/8. And 5 and 1/4 would be right there. So anyway, you've got 1 at 4 and 3/4, 4 and 7/8, 2 at 5 and 1/8, 2 at 5 and 1/4, 2 at 5 and 3/8, 2 at 5 and 1/2, 1 at 6 and 3/4, or excuse me, 5 and 3/4, 5 and 7/8, 2 at 6, 2 at 6 and 1/8, 6 1/4, and one at 6 1/2. What's the difference between the smallest and largest ring sizes sold? You take 6 1/2, and we're going to subtract. Now this is where it gets kind of problematic, is we have 4 1/2. This would be 4 3/4. Now the problem with subtracting that is that we don't have common denominators. So what we got to do is we got to make the denominators the same. So here's what I would do. I'm going to just take a look at this top one. This is going to be 6 1/2, but if it was out of fourths, it would be 2/4, because 2 is half of 4. And we still really can't do that because we have to regroup from the 6. So if you remember what I've taught you, this bottom part's going to stay the same. The -4 3/4, that's going to stay the same. But what's going to change is the top one. We're going to cross out this 6, we're going to make it a 5. We're taking one away from that. If we take one away, that's 4/4. So how many fourths do you have here now? 6/4. 6 minus 3 is 3 over 4. 5 minus 1 is, or 5 minus 4 is 1. So here you should have had 1 3/4. How many are larger than 6? Well, it says larger than 6. You don't count the 6's, so I get 1, 2, 3, 4. I get 4 rings there. Alright guys, those are your math boxes for today. Have a good one.